Hi, I'm Dan Kennedy and I'm reviewing these bikes in Malaysia. This is the Honda CRF 300 Rally, and we're going to talk a little bit about these bikes and what we think of them. Come join us, enjoy the video, thanks. I've been very happy with the bikes, but we put a lot of money into them to get to that point, and we're going to kind of go through those again today. I designed these custom handlebar weights out of necessity. For some reason or other, my bike had terrible vibration. I couldn't even keep my hand on the handlebar for more than about 10 minutes riding. Kathy's bike, however, had almost zero vibration. So something was oddly different from my bike than hers. Took it to the dealer, they didn't know, wanted to charge me to diagnose it. I thought, I'll do something else. So on some of these reviews, you see people that have done 1 year, 12,000 kilometers. We put 28,000 kilometers on them. So a little bit more kilometer on them, a little bit more mileage. We added these yellow lights late. Just for safety, help us to be seen better. I've added these bags recently. I bought the Tusk. I was going to go with another manufacturer, but they were all on vacation, and they didn't have any in stock on their website. So I held my breath and pushed the button for Tusk, and I'll tell you what, it was a happy accident, because we've been really pleased with the bags. I thought by now we'd be replacing them probably, but no, we have not had a single problem with them. All the buckles are still functioning well. Plenty of room. Easy to attach. Crash parts are still holding up. We put a new skid pan on the bottom. There's our lucky bell. Been through a couple sets of tires. Went through one early because the guy that was filling them up overfilled them, even though we had quite a discussion on how much air they needed. I've added this because I bought a drone. And I added this to replace my backpack because the backpack wasn't waterproof. And we needed something that was waterproof. So basically on this bike, this side just carries all my medication. This has a sleep machine in it. So you can see that if I didn't have the medication and the sleep machine, I would not need this. And probably wouldn't need this either. But I've been very happy with the usage. So far, these have held up well. Rig gear. We bought those to replace the ones we had because I knew we were going to be going in a wetter environment, and the one I wanted was constantly out of stock. So I bought these. Didn't want the zippers, but so far they've been holding up. We've had them for about a year now. So. Climb helmets holding up. It's saved my noggin a couple times. Yes, I know you're supposed to replace them after you have a little tumble, but the helmets over here aren't DOT approved, and a lot of times they're not really anything. No structural integrity, so I'm better off with this than what that is. But the bags have held up well. Now on Kathy's rig, she had a little incident where she went sliding down the freeway, and that's the extent of the wear on that side of her bike, where it was right along the ground. We've used these crash bars quite a few times, dropping the bikes. They're holding up well. They're mounted in such a way that they've held up well, which was an initial concern of mine, but after that, it's no longer a concern. We upgraded the suspension on both bikes and had it set to our weight. We paid to have a guy do it for us that was actually a member of a racing team, and very happy he installed them, and then we came by and we put all the luggage on and sat on them to make sure that they were sitting correctly. Only supposed to go down maybe an inch or so when you're on them, and we wanted to make sure that was set correctly. There's about $4,000 addition on each bike. You add up all the stuff. New handlebars, these were plastic on Honda. We pulled those off right away. Crash bars, hard skid plate on the bottom, tusk bags, the shocks, the lights. We bought Garmin's, which we're not using anymore. We've abandoned them. They don't have maps for a lot of Southeast Asia. Thailand was the only one I could get a map for, so we gave up on them. Probably gonna throw them out, unfortunately. Everybody is saying just use your phone wherever they're traveling at, so I think that's how we're gonna go. Kathy carries the toolkit and all the tools on her bike. We had a problem on Kathy's bike where one of these balls, the original balls, cracked in half and the mirror fell off on the highway. So we had to order a new mirror. These on Kathy's bikes have actually been replaced. I made some balls out of JB Weld. They seem to be holding up well, and in the meantime, through my son, he got us some more of these spares. But these are made out of a rubberized piece of rubber. These are hard on top, and if you crank them down too hard, they all squash, and I've seen it on other bikes. They all squash, everybody's does. These have held up well. I bought mine a year ago, still working. I just got that for Kathy. I like it because it gets me up a little higher on the bike, so there's a little bit more room between me and the pegs. We just put these peg lowering mounts on Kathy's bike. I've had mine all along. She loves it. We put new kickstands on. Adjustable kickstands because of the shocks. We lowered Kathy's bike. How many inches? 2 inches. Help her get on and off of it. She likes that. Overall, we've been pretty happy. What tire are you riding right now?
A Midas.
You're riding Midas tires? What am I riding? Aunt Mitchell and Anarchy Wildfire. These have been holding up okay for me. They didn't have 2 sets of my tires, so Kathy got these more roadworthy tires. And so far we haven't hit any places where we wish we had a better tread. So for what we've been doing, these are actually probably a better tire than what I'm riding.
Probably because it's rainy season. We don't really want to be in the mud.
Yeah, we don't want to venture into muddy roads during the rainy season. Although this year it's been a lot of lack of rain according to the locals. Normally it's rained every day, and we've had days and days where it hasn't rained, or it just rains for an hour or two, then it's done. So we've had a few days where it rained on and off all day, but for the most part it's been pretty nice. So I'll list the products as I go along in the video, but we're pretty happy with the bikes. I'm happy we bought the bikes. We were looking at Royal Enfield. We looked at these, but basically we bought these because of the weight, so we can lift them up easily. the ability to ride them. If you notice, mine's starting to look a little heavy, but we're trying to ride with minimal stuff because we want to enjoy the experience of actually riding a bike, not riding a bike carrying tons of stuff. But my decision to buy that drone added one extra bag, and I've had the backpack all along. So that's where we're at on the bikes. We're in Malaysia. We've been in Georgetown on Penang Island, and we're about to go to India here about a month from now. We're trying to find a shipper right now, which is proving to be a little challenging, but hopefully we'll get that sorted. All right, if you got any questions, leave it in the comments below. I try to answer all questions in the comments, and have a great day.